All over the place, flock cameras are on the ground. People are talking about it. Here's what I have to say, and I want to hear your opinion. It's Tinfoil Tuesday.
So if you like exposing truth and dropping truth bombs, then welcome to Tinfoil Tuesday.
I want the truth!
Well, a big shazam to you people. I've done several episodes over the last few months on flock cameras. The responses still keep coming in. People are paying attention to this. I'm going to talk about this. I got some things to say, some things to share with you. A landmark court case that matters in all of this, and maybe what you can do to fight back in your own community. A meme. Next, let's see what's behind flock safety cameras. Oh yeah? Warrantless surveillance.
Yep.
And like I opened with, they are on the ground in some places, but the authorities and the government not happy. Here's a great example. This is from up in Virginia. Suffolk man charged with destroying 13 flock cameras. They take it super, super serious. His name is Jeff Sovern. I think that's how you pronounce it. There's even a Jeff Sovern Legal Defense Fund over on GoFundMe. People are trying to support him. They found a bunch of flock parts in his apartment. Not that great. Next, this is interesting. Brian says this. Well, this story blew up. It went to the front page of Reddit, Hacker News, Gizmodo. People donated thousands of dollars to Jeff Sovern, who dismantled 13 flock surveillance cameras. The response was near universal enthusiasm. Near universal enthusiasm.
People have spoken.
All right, next, Oakland side asks, who is paint bombing Oakland's flock cameras? Who could it be? They asked that publicly. Who is paint bombing the cameras? Who could it be? Today's episode is brought to you by Clear Coat Urethane. Best in the business is Limeline. Acrylic urethane clear coat. Act accordingly.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
A couple months ago when I talked about it here, I mentioned Lowe's, which is less than a mile from where I'm sitting right now. There's flock cameras in their parking lot nationwide. The Lowe's and the Home Depots, they're under fire big time. This is from Lake Forest Park, Washington. Home Depot and Lowe's shared data from hundreds of AI cameras with law enforcement. It is fact. They are sharing your data with law enforcement in a lot of different states. Lowe's and Home Depot under very, very public scrutiny. This is from The Guardian. Creepy surveillance, why some cities are shutting down flock cameras amid privacy concern. And that's in England. It's even worse here. This is from the ACLU, and this is a wild one. I've mentioned this before on here. Uphold sanctuary law, turn off flock. The ACLU is fighting for our rights and the right of privacy, and to that, I give a big thumbs up. Don says this, data has a dollar value. Every move you make, every step you take. Yeah, we're in the data age right now. This is from Yahoo News. Across the U.S., citizens destroy flock cameras in bold strike against government surveillance. That's from Yahoo. This is from Cyber News. Flock cameras are getting destroyed and police are using the data to hunt the vandals. A lot of talk about that, about people are saying, hey, what can we do? One guy says this next. Lysander Boomer says, there are 2 pounds of copper wire and 3 grams of gold in every flock camera. Pass it on. Let your local meth heads know about that. Yeah. After one of my last videos on flock cameras, this guy Jacob left a comment. Comments don't know a single thing about the actual purpose of the flock system. It is an incredible tool for law enforcement. Running your license plate using the same database law enforcement already uses is not a Fourth Amendment violation. Oh yeah? A responder to him says, Chris says, a lot of these comments make me believe y'all would have sided with the redcoats in 1776. And finally, one of you people said this, it's Tim. He says, long-term or aggregated location movement data in Carpenter v. United States 2018, the Supreme Court ruled you have a reasonable expectation of privacy in the comprehensive record of your physical movements over time. And that one is true. I've mentioned on here before, it's Carpenter versus the United States. This is from the Institute for Justice. Judge rules lawsuit challenging Norfolk, that's up in Virginia again, use of flock cameras can proceed. And that judge did use the Carpenter, the lawyers, they argued with Carpenter versus United States. We've talked about it before. It's law, it's precedent. You have a reasonable right to privacy in your travels. That's big time true. Next, this is from 404. Judge rules flock surveillance images are public records that can be requested by anyone. And here's a big one that people are using today. They're using freedom of information. The theory online, and some people say this is accurate, I don't know, but people are saying this. If you will flood flock with FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests, they will just come and tear down the cameras, take them down, dismantle them, because it's not worth it to them. They're not getting enough revenue from the cities to have those cameras up if they're having to deal with FOIA requests nonstop. That's one thing that folks are saying that you can do. Over on Reddit, this guy says high-powered lasers are known to damage camera sensors. And some other folks said you got to get the ones that are strong enough to pop a balloon. However, Princess Moonbutt says this is a bad idea and very illegal. On an unrelated note, it's very cold out with winter upon us. If you're walking outside, make sure you remember your bulky coat, your hat, and your scarf. If it's windy, you can even pull your scarf up over your nose to protect you from the cold even further. Stay safe, everyone, but remember, it's very, very illegal. Next, flock camera fix. SpongeBob says angle grinder. It's a thought. And finally, this is not a flock camera, but I do think it is certainly in the ballpark. Final meme and my favorite of the day. Next, brave man helps to shield speed cameras from the blazing hot sun. Not all heroes wear capes.
America, yeah! Welcome to Tinfoil Tuesday. We hope you sing along.
You want answers?
Diabetes.